Hello there. Far from being cowed by the recent threats of court action from Remainers, Boris Johnson has come out fighting. The Prime Minister is standing firm against the Remainers in Parliament who are attempting a pro-EU coup. Even in the face of the most recent resignation by Amber Rudd from the Cabinet, Boris does not appear to be flinching. In fact, the emerging plan is one of sticking to the aim of taking the UK out of the EU, come what may, do or die, on the 31st of October. The Sunday Times says we're on course for the PM to ignore the law and not ask the EU Council for an Article 50 extension, so setting up for an explosive Supreme Court confrontation. With some experts saying the PM could even be jailed for such a move, the stakes are that high. But I would think that Boris would be on far stronger ground if he just advised Her Majesty not to give Royal Assent to that bill that would order him to ask for an extension. And there are good reasons to do just that. The collusion of our MPs with foreign powers to put this together, the breaches of parliamentary rules and precedents in both houses of Parliament to do it, the bill being in direct opposition to government policy and that it removes the PM's ability to negotiate. And the former leader of the House of Commons, Andrea Leadsom, pointed to some of these failings and said that last week those working against Brexit had changed the UK constitution. And much of this was due to the machinations of the Speaker of the House of Commons, John Bercow. Writing in the Mail, Leadsom said, "As an MP, a minister and a former leader of the Commons, I fully respect and appreciate the role of the Speaker, but last week the current Speaker failed us." And as I said he had, Andrea Leadsom said that Bercow last week broke the rules by allowing an emergency debate to end up with the opposition controlling the House of Commons. "What we saw on Tuesday was a flagrant abuse of this process," Leadsom wrote. I would add that he also failed to properly let the bill fail over the subject of royal consent at the third reading. But there is a snippet of good news here. I'm hearing from The Sun that John Bercow has told his aides that he will be quitting at the next general election. One election too late in my humble opinion. Now there is a Brexit plan to force the EU to reject any Article 50 extension request if made by the UK anyway, as the UK would decline to appoint a new EU Commissioner in time for the new Commission to start its work on the 1st of November. Now, according to Section 5 of Article 17 of the Lisbon Treaty, the number of commissioners must equal 2/3 of the number of member states. But according to a later EU Council decision, the number of commissioners must equal the number of nation states. But the only reference to each member state having a commissioner of its own, as opposed to one state having, say, 2 and another 0, is in the preamble to that decision, so I'm not sure if it's part of the legally binding text. The decision in Article 1 says, "The Commission shall consist of a number of members, including its President and the High Representative of the Union for Foreign Affairs and Security Policy, equal to the number of member states." No mention of each member state having a commissioner of its own there. However, in the preamble it says, "The European Council noted the concerns of the Irish people with respect to the Treaty of Lisbon and therefore agreed that, provided the Treaty of Lisbon entered into force, a decision would be taken, in accordance with the necessary legal procedures, to the effect that the Commission continue to include one national of each member state." If that preamble is binding, then this is very significant, as it would mean that the EU would not be legally constituted by keeping the UK in the EU without a commissioner appointed. And this could all be part of what the policy editor of The Observer, Michael Savage, tweeted about. Told that Dominic Cummings told a meeting on Friday that the people who are cross with his tactics will melt when they learn of what he has planned in the coming weeks. We're in the foothills of the chaos. While veteran Brexiteer Tory MP Peter Bone tweeted, Yesterday I took my listening team out campaigning on the streets of Wellingborough, as I do every week. The support for Boris and getting us out of the EU on the 31st of October was overwhelming. Clearly Wellingborough backs Boris. #TakeUsOut. And the leader of the Brexit party, Nigel Farage, has put out a full-page advert across the press with an election offer to the PM saying, "Let's have a clean break Brexit. Then we will help you secure a big Brexit majority and destroy Corbyn's Labour. Together we would be unstoppable." But although the indications are that many Brexiteers would like to see a Brexit party and Tory pact of this sort, there is an enmity between Nigel Farage and the Brexit advisor to the PM, Dominic Cummings, that cannot be denied and may, in the end, derail any such agreement. That, in my view, would be a mistake. But the very recent news from the EU27 is that France has said it would reject any request for a Brexit extension as things stand. According to Reuters, Jean-Yves Le Drian, the French Minister of Europe and Foreign Affairs, said yesterday that it was very worrying and that the UK must tell the EU27 what it wanted and that they would not just keep extending every 3 months. Now they want a clear reason to offer an extension, but as I pointed out before, there is no reason given in that surrender bill put together by those Remainer MPs. And here was the Remainer politicians who secretly brokered this with Brussels, crowing yesterday that they had it all sewn up. Anyway, what do you think? Please share and comment, and thank you for watching. Please do like and share this video. And also subscribe to my channel. And when subscribing, please do remember to press on the little bell next to the subscribe button. That way you'll get an alert every single time I put up a new video. Thank you very much for watching.